It had been an incredible journey for Billy, from an ordinary, nerdy teenager to a Power Ranger. And now, as the Zeo version of Ninjor, Auric the Conqueror, whose powers are unparalleled even to the full team of 6 Rangers, even rivaling the Zeo Zords themselves. The combination of negative protons and Zeo crystal radiation had shifted the decimal place on the IQ score of our extraordinarily intelligent hero, enhancing his abilities to reverse engineer Zords, suits, and even master languages in mere days. At first, he had reveled in the newfound knowledge, relishing the power it brought. He can also predict an opponent's combat move a second before the strike. In this part of the season, something has changed. Billy's once insatiable thirst for knowledge had led him down a path that made others and even himself question his own humanity. Everything feels dull and gray. He can no longer find interest in literature, comic books, martial arts, soccer, nor comic books. Billy starts to find Adam and his friends less and less interesting, as he can predict every joke and every board game outcome. Only thing that could even remotely pique his interest is reading supercomputers coding in complex mathematical sequences. He graduated high school, and his extra university research credits can gain him nearly a handful of doctorates. After graduation, there were more times that Billy refused to demorph and remain in his Auric the Conqueror form, refusing human contacts unless it is about fighting the machine empire. The Zeo crystal radiation and negative proton cocktail had elevated his intelligence to such a level that his thinking had become more akin to the amoral machine empire. Billy found himself growing more and more detached, his decisions becoming coldly efficient, even at the potential cost of innocent lives when facing off against the machine empire. Kat, the Pink Ranger, had always been the voice of reason among the team. She had noticed the change in Billy and tried to remind him of his humanity. She pleaded with him to consider the lives of civilians, to show compassion and empathy. At first, Billy brushed off her concerns, dismissing them as sentimental weaknesses. But deep down, her words had touched him. Unable to shake off the growing unease within him, Billy realized he can no longer demorph. In panic, he approached Zordon and Alpha, seeking their guidance. A brain scan revealed the truth. His intellect had soared, with numerous newly folded ridges on his brain. Billy's IQ had reached unprecedented heights, enabling him to predict the Machine Empire's next moves and even anticipate the words about to be spoken by Zordon and the other Rangers. The radiation from the Zeo crystals with negative protons had merged Auric the Conqueror powers with his physiology, turning him into a machine in more ways than one, both physically and mentally. In a moment where he could destroy both Prince Sprocket and Prince Gasket and end the entire war with the Machine Empire. This time, their venture was to close the cracks of the demon realms in a new location, within a school. The two were surrounded by students. It was a profound realization that struck Billy like a bolt of lightning. He had become a stranger to himself, a mere shell of the person he once was. And so, with a heavy heart, Billy refused to destroy 2 princes who made their escape. Further on, Billy made the difficult decision to leave Earth and stay away from Earth, specifically the Zeo crystals, until his humanity returns and he can be separated from his Auric the Conqueror form. He knew that his departure would leave a void, both in the team and in his own heart, but Billy had found a new purpose, a cause that resonated deeply within him. He would join his love on Aquitar, a planet ravaged by the fallout of the war against a different front of the Machine Empire, and together they would dedicate themselves to fixing the water pollution problem caused by the Machine Empire's invasion. As Billy in the armor of Auric the Conqueror stepped away from the command center, he couldn't help but feel a pang of sadness. The graduation blues had settled in, mingling with the bittersweet realization that his time as a Power Ranger of Earth had come to an end. But he knew that he had made the right choice. For himself, for Aquitar, and for the humanity he had feared losing. With one last glance at his former teammates, Billy set forth on a new journey, embracing the unknown with a renewed sense of purpose. The legacy of Billy, the Power Ranger known as Auric the Conqueror, would forever be etched in the annals of Ranger history, a reminder of the sacrifices made in the pursuit of a better world.